What's up, what's up, what's up everyone? It's Jason here and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about building out your world as a wedding DJ in the world of events. And I feel like this is a complex world and there's a lot of different paths. And one question I get hit up with quite often is, how do you attract these couples that you get to work for? And I want to do luxury weddings. What's your tips to get there? And I feel like luxury is a descriptive, and I feel like people that value luxury style experiences, they value stories. They don't go out searching for luxury anything. They're looking for an experience. They're looking for a narrative. They're looking for a message that connects to them and the things that are important to them. I think luxury anything is intentional. Someone opts in for that. And if you're looking to build out a business that attracts more luxury style couples or events, then you need to understand what your story is and how are you going to take your story and convey it to people that are considering hiring you or looking for services that you deliver and connect to them. To me, luxury is a story. It's not a logo. Luxury is an experience. It's not a brand. Luxury is something that connects to the people in a different way, an authentic way, but it has to make sense and you have to live that as well. So I want to share with you some thoughts. If you're looking to curate a business that caters to luxury clientele, whatever that is to you, people that value experience, people that invest in experience, they go overboard with things, they maybe look to have the best of the best, then I feel like the whole conversation with you from start to finish needs to cater to that. The experience on your website, the videos they might find on Instagram, everything needs to not just speak luxury, it's got to feel like luxury. It has to connect to people in an authentic way using a narrative that's real. You can't fake it. Like someone that doesn't understand high net worth people isn't going to have a challenging time working for high net worth people, because high net worth luxury quote unquote people speak a certain way, and not that they speak a different language, but they look for things different. They value different things. Like they appreciate things differently than someone that's a little bit more mindful of investment, or maybe they're looking for a little bit more value in the conversation. Different buzzwords, different things to connect to, different courting process, different conversation points, different questions asked, different responses given, and you interpreting it all and putting it all into play. So I want to share with you some things that I think can help you level up your path if you are targeting more of a higher end clientele in your market. See, in the luxury space, I feel that things can be competitive, but in the mid-market areas of any industry, you will find a lot more competition. In the lower market segments in any industry, you will find a lot more competition because there's an abundance of more of the lower, less of the middle, and few at the top. And I feel like people that get to each level usually sit there, and it's possible to build from low to mid and mid to extreme, high, luxury, whatever you want to call it. And it's easy to go from the top and go downwards, right? If you start taking the experience and cutting corners, or maybe not delivering on certain promises, or you're falling short on expectations, whether it be from packing the dance floor, playing the music, or keeping the vibes right. At the same point, once you're in a lower bracket, it's almost like hard to jump to the top. You have to build there, you have to build there methodically, you have to build there slowly, and you have to build there using a narrative and an experience that is authentic to who you are and what you're capable of. People sometimes say fake it till you make it, and that's possible in a lot of respects, but I feel like the world today is incredibly transparent, and reviews and people connected on platforms like TikTok and Facebook groups and different review websites allow for everyone to hear their voices for experiences that they've had, and something you need to keep in mind. So if you're looking to excel in the world of wedding entertainment and get to that luxury, that high end, that no cap level of events, here's some things that you need to understand. First and foremost, your messaging and your story is incredibly important. As a matter of fact, the experience from start to finish has to be curated to speak to and to be in line with that ideal couple, that ideal client, that level of conversation in a lot of different ways. Your experience needs to bring it from a talent perspective, but it also needs to bring it from a hospitality perspective, a courting perspective. And you need to be an expert in a lot of respects. You need to have the answers before they're even asked, so you can prepare for that. Think of all the questions people ask you. Think them all out. Make sure that you know how to respond to them on the fly, casually and direct, and you don't stutter, because one thing I can tell you from working for a number of high worth and very successful people is the minute that you drop the ball, that could be the minute you lose that opportunity, because people that are willing to pay for excellence and pay for awesome experiences know exactly what they're looking for. And they're also able to, for the most part, identify you not knowing what you're talking about. If it doesn't connect to them, they'll be quick to move along and move on to the next opportunity or person for consideration. That's a fact. One way that you can bridge all of your, I guess, media together and the story, so to speak, is to show off the results of what you do and the narrative of how you do what you do. And I think that's one thing that we take a lot of pride in here at SCEs. We create a lot of content. Our website has a ton of flagship event recaps, pictures, reviews from past couples in past locations that we want to work more of and at. We want to deliver on people's expectations in an exceptional way. We want to be known for excellence. We want to be known for being adaptive and flexible, and for the team that doesn't cut corners, that people can rely on, that we're always going to show up and bring it 110% each and every time, hands down. And it's something that we think about all the time. Your flagship events, your social media content all needs to speak that from start of the experience all the way through the experience. So think about what you're sharing, how you're sharing it. Think about what's on your site, what it says about you and the people that you're working for. One thing you'll never find, not that there's any shade, I'm not throwing any shade at anyone, but like, you'll never see a couple on the dance floor and the bride drinking a Budweiser on our website or even in some of our social media. Not saying brides can't drink Budweiser or beer for that matter, but it gives off a certain vibe that doesn't really line up with where we want to go. And again, Budweisers are fine. If beer's your thing, fantastic. Like, that's for the barbecue. That's for like the home party. That's for like the time out at the bar with friends. For a wedding, we look and try to cater to a sophisticated, educated, experience-aware crowd that values entertainment and is willing to invest in entertainment. That's what we do. We try to create these like events that come from a conversation and materialize into this like magical experience that is so impactful that people can't forget it years after the music ends. That's what it's about for us. And that's what I try to share on our content. That's what I try to take people through with our content, whether it be in video form, in short form, in real form, on YouTube, on our website. We try to share what it is that we do, and we want people to feel something from what we do, especially if they're looking for what we do. Boiling all of this down, I think it's all about consistency and consistent messaging. I think like our vibes, whether it be the pictures or the videos that people can review, whether it be the past event reviews from couples that people can review and check out, whether it be on platforms like Google, Wedding Wire, The Knot, on our website, on our social media, they're all consistent, and they all consistently pretty much say the same thing in different ways. And it's a narrative that aligns with kind of our goals as a company, where we want to go to as a company, and it's just a way of thinking. The point here is if you want to level up the people that you work for, and you need to talk to the people that you want to work for in different ways. And your content, your website, your experience needs to talk to those people in a way that is authentic, it's natural, it's informative, and it's very direct. It's easy to follow. That's what this is all about. So if you want to level up your events and get to that high-end luxury, quote-unquote, clientele, understand it's your story and not just your conversation. It's everything that you do. That's the tip here. The overall tip, whether you're talking about media, whether you're talking about your sales process, whether you're talking about your follow-ups, whether you're talking about your email received and then email returned, all of it has to align with your narrative and your story, your messaging, your brand. It all needs to be consistent, and it all needs to be showcasing and tying people into these marquee level services that you bring to the table as a group, as a company, as an individual, and as an option for their big day. That's it. Rant over. I want to hear from you. Agree with me? Disagree with me? Throw it in the comments down below. Be on the lookout for more content coming right here to the channel in these weeks and months ahead. And luxury is a story. That's it. Over and out. Thanks for watching.